In life before Dallas, Linda Gray had starred as a model in over 400 commercials and even got her legs out for the lads in one of the most famous movie posters of all time. Back in the 80s, our soaps were full of old biddies and battle axes. Then along came Sue Ellen, who spiced up the schedules with her Texas drawl, big Bambi eyes and quivering lips.
Now that is filth.
Hollywood insiders have told us that Linda Gray likes to work up a sweat most mornings down on Venice Beach.
Linda!
We've got the length and breadth of the seafront under surveillance in case she's out and about blading, jogging, flexing or pumping.
I mean, this is a huge beach. I mean, just look how long it is. It just goes on for miles. Can white man jump? Are you good at basketball? I love it. I can shoot a hoop without even looking at the hoop.
Oh, good grab.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
With my network of spies on the lookout, it's just over an hour before I receive the first report of a sighting.
Hey, mate, how you doing? What's going on? She's been spotted. She's on like a mountain bike. Brilliant, and she's heading down towards us now. Brilliant, brilliant. Bye. He's seen her, she's been spotted. Lady in a brown tracksuit, glasses, on a bike. This is the psychopath, is it? Who's that? I can't, this is going to be amazing.
Whoa.
What?
Over there.
What can you see?
On the bike?
No.
Brown, she's wearing brown.
She's wearing brown, you're right. Shall I lay down? Shall I lay down? Linda?
Oh my God!
You, Linda Gray! Linda Gray! Linda Gray! Linda Gray! Linda, slow down, I lost my glasses! Linda! My name's Justin, I'm from Channel 4 in England. You played Sue Ellen in Dallas. I'm doing a show called Bring Back Dallas. I'm trying to reunite... Linda, please, could you slow down, please, for a minute? I feel terribly sick. Please, Linda, I've just had a little bit of bile. I just had to swallow it back down. Would you please? I'm desperately unfit. Linda? You are Linda Gray.
Yes.
Linda, I'm so sorry.
Who are you?
My name is Justin Lee Collins. I'm a fat, airy Bristolian from England. I'm doing a show called Bring Back Dallas. You were in it from start to finish. You were gorgeous. You played Sue Ellen.
What do you mean we're gorgeous?
You're still gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
You had a drink problem just in the show. You were married
that's true.
to JR.
Yes.
And I would love it. This is a real proper thing that we're doing. And I would love it if we could just go somewhere and if you would just sit down and talk to me when I get my breath back about this great show that you were in, please.
Now, I've heard a lot of lines before in my life, and
Yeah.
this is maybe the weirdest one I've ever heard.
Linda, I have needs. I have just ran 200 yards chasing after you on a bike. Look at the shape I'm in. Look at
This is not attractive.
I know this, but I've done this for you.
Okay.
Would you be prepared to maybe just
you're
do...
getting a little too
I'm
close.
sorry, I won't invade your space. I cannot do a show called Bring Back Dallas and not have Linda Gray, a.k.a. Sue Ellen Ewan, be a part of it.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right.
So would you sign my Stetson?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
Sign your Stetson.
I've got this hat. Let me give you a pen. Would you agree to a chat?
I don't agree that fast.
Okay, but you'll sign the hat.
I need references.
Yes.
I need to know who you are. I'd like to speak to Channel 4, please. I don't just sort of stop and talk to
And
men.
then,
I don't
Linda,
care where they're from.
On the strength of that, then, after speaking to someone in England, you may agree.
Maybe.
Linda Gray, everybody, come on. Signs the hat. Thank you so much.
After a flurry of phone calls between LA and London, we finally do the deal and Linda signs up for a chat. But will she shed any light on what went on behind the scenes? So let's talk about your character. The character of Sue Ellen, who was a Miss Texas beauty queen in the show.
Yes.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Texas 1967, I think it was.
Good memory.
Thank you.
You know, I'm from California. This is where I was born, in Santa Monica, California. I had never been to Texas in my life. I had to hire a coach to speak Dallas talk. I had to hire a man to teach me. I said, well, how do I do this? And he said, well, you know, the Texans draw everything out like that. And they're just so sweet and they're so nice and they just look in your eyes and they just take your hand. Do you think I could touch your...
Yes, please.
They just take your hand and they go like this and they go, "Oh, Justin, you're so wonderful. You're just so handsome and so wonderful as a human being, and I'm going to cut your balls right off." That's what they do.
Could I tell you something?
Yes.
I would actually probably let you cut off my balls if you said you were going to do it in that way. Could we just have 5 minutes, do you think? Because I've got some balls that need a cutting.
Right from the very first series, Sue Ellen established her reputation as one of the most downtrodden women in soap history. In this classic scene, the Ewing family are being held hostage, but it's Sue Ellen out of everyone who was picked on by the kidnappers.
They're taking the entire Ewing family hostage. And then Brian says, "And you used to be an ex-Miss Texas." And he said, "And how did you win that title?" And terrified at gunpoint, I said, "Well, I sang." Hide all the need inside. So for me to sing, I'm not a singer, at gunpoint, in a bathing suit, in front of the entire Ewing family, was one of the most humiliating things I had ever done in my lifetime.
Really?
Yeah.
For real? You actually...
Oh, God. I was humiliated.
They're the luckiest people in the world.
Linda, let's talk about some of those brilliant scenes between you and JR.
Were there any? There were.
Oh, there's a million of them.
Originally, Sue Ellen and JR were not the main couple on Dallas, but producers loved the on-screen friction and started to build their parts.
You're a drunk and unfit mother.
The bickering between Linda and Larry carried on after the cameras had cut.
I'm going to call Dr. Rogers. The sooner we have you put away in that sanitarium, the better off you're going to be.
He was horrible.
Was he?
Horrible to
Why?
me. The first scene we did together as Mr. and Mrs. J.R. Ewing, Larry said to me, "It's the first scene CBS is going to see of us together, and you were terrible," and blah, blah, blah. And he went on and on all the way home. And I thought, I'm awful. What's going to happen? You know, I was totally intimidated by it.
You must have been terrified.
I was terrified.
And what was the turning point? When did you suddenly click with him and was there a point
When
where you
I
thought...
started giving it right back to
Oh,
Larry
I love
Hagman.
you. So your relationship kind of worked the same way off screen as well as as on?
Oh, yeah. I think that on any show that goes that long, you have to have that. And so that's what I think happened, was there was magic between the two of us. There was chemistry.
JR and Sue Ellen's relationship was one of the most dysfunctional and fiery ever seen on TV. Many of their more memorable bust-ups ending with a bit of happy slapping.
Did you enjoy letting fly with the slaps?
Loved it.
And would he be like harder, or less,
No,
less?
No, because it was a Hollywood slap.
It wasn't
Do you
a
know
real-
what a Hollywood slap is?
What is a Hollywood slap?
Well,
Can you show me?
Yes.
So you will give me a Hollywood slap?
Yeah, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Let me be JR. Let me give you the motivation for the slap.
Okay.
Sue Ellen, there are two things I'm annoyed about. One, you are an unfit mother. And two, you cut off my balls.
You deserved it.
Oh! That was dynamite.
That was it.
I always felt that Sue Ellen was at her best when she had that glass in her hand. Rimming the glass.
Rimming the glass.
Always the rimming of the glass. That whole combo of the big eyes, the quivering lips, and the rimming drove me insane as a young man. How bad did it get?
It got bad. We were down drinking out of the bottle in bags with the bag ladies in an alley, and I loved it. It took 2 hours to get Sue Ellen ready. An hour in hair, an hour in makeup.
Got a new customer.
So when I did the drunk scenes, it was 20 minutes. They put some goopy stuff in my hair and a little thing, blush, and off I went.
Sue Ellen's endless battle with the bottle was a primetime soap first. Daring and shocking storylines like these helped Dallas rocket in the ratings. But after 8 years on the lash, viewers got sick of the same old story. And so did Linda.
Finished. I said, that's it. Not having affairs, not drinking, not doing any of that stuff. And so I was fired. And so then at the end of year 8, Larry said, "Okay, see you next season." And I said, "I'm not coming back." And Larry was like, "What do you mean you're not coming back?" I said, "Larry, I was fired." So anyway, Larry came to my rescue and said, If she goes, I go.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was great. He was great.
So Larry went in and said, this isn't happening, otherwise I'm off.
That's right. That's true.
That's great, though,
My
isn't
hero.
it?
It's great.
Oh,
It's great. Yeah.
JR was your hero.
Yes, he was definitely my hero.
Linda,
Yes.
we come to the crux of it. I'm going to put on my very own Oil Barons Ball.
No.
Yes. Will you come?
I would love to come
you're
to the
so
Oil
lovely.
Barons Ball.
We can get drunk, we can slap each other. Linda Gray. Linda Gray, everybody.